And tonight I'm going to break down for you, I'm going to do a deep dive so you can see the sheer brilliance of your president and his great love for America. The United States and Ukraine just signed a mineral agreement. Sounds boring, actually. But no, this is not just some bureaucratic trade deal. This, my friends, is a geopolitical chess move of the highest order that I've ever seen in the presidency. A maneuver that may very well reset alliances. It may redraw borders. And maybe, just maybe, it may end a war. So, what is the big deal? I want to explain the strategy that's playing out right before your eyes. The United States Ukraine Mineral Pact establishes a 50-50 investment fund. Let me show that to you in a graphic so you can follow along. This is the strategy. It's the US-Ukraine Mineral Pact, all right? It establishes half and half investment fund. It is a fund, but don't be fooled. It's more than a fund and it's more than paperwork. It's a golden key given to the United States of America into Ukraine's underground mega vault. And buddy, they have one. We're talking about, get ready, titanium, lithium, graphite or phyte, uranium, the lifeblood of modern warfare, electric vehicles, AI, and renewable energy. Now, I want you to remember a prophecy by Kim Clement. He talked about when Donald Trump returned to power that we would find a new source of energy under our feet. And we would say, why didn't anybody else think of that? We're going under our feet on planet Earth. And these items that we're getting our hands on are the lifeblood. Listen to me carefully. Whoever controls these minerals controls the future. And the United States, look at this strategy, now has, here's how the deal is. We have preferential access to this vault. Now, Ukraine owns the vault. They get to keep the ownership. We come in as a 50-50 partner and we get preferential access even above Ukraine. They own it, but it's written in the deal. We have preferential access. Now, on paper, Ukraine remains sovereign. This is not colonialism. We're not taking any of their sovereignty away, any of their political power. And it is sovereignty friendly on paper, but it is influence heavy in reality. You see, unlike colonization, this is economic integration. It's a quiet buy-in to Ukraine's soul. The U.S. we're not holding Ukraine's hand. It's holding the pen that rewrites their post-war economy. No debt. Think about it. Ukraine is going to leave this war with no debt. No repayment is going to be required for our past military aid. Ukraine can give the United States more than 50% of the profits from this underground vault. That is called a backdoor to leverage. And guess who crafted this deal? Donald John Trump. Yeah, the same man that everybody was calling soft on Putin a week ago. And yet here he is locking in a deal that publicly acknowledges Russia and their full scale invasion. It's written down. The United States blames Russia for a full scale invasion. And now we have pressured Putin. Yes, the man that was easy on Putin has pressured him into a corner. Because now, if Putin wants to keep fighting, he's no longer fighting the Ukraine. He's battling American capital, American influence, and maybe soon, American defense systems. Now, this deal doesn't come with tanks, but it brings ammo to the negotiating table for Ukraine. But let me show you now, my fellow MAGA friends. Let me show you the masterstroke. Because Trump's vision for this mineral deal, let me show you how it becomes the foundation of a peace treaty. First of all, Ukraine will cede some of its land to Russia. I know that's controversial, but that's going to be part of the deal. He's giving Ukraine a powerful alternative to an endless war. And here are the three strokes of genius for Ukraine from Trump. Number one, you can rebuild your nation, monetize your minerals, and you can partner with the most powerful economy in the world. It's the art of the deal dressed in diplomacy, my fellow Americans. And here's the kicker. This deal has zero security guarantees, no NATO membership, no American boots on the ground. But it doesn't need any of that, because what this really is a long game, a new kind of warfare, economic entanglement. The deeper the U.S. goes into Ukraine's mines and markets, the harder it becomes for Putin to win without losing everything. This is how you fight a war without firing a shot. So, what's the big deal? The word strategic doesn't begin to describe this deal. It's layered, it's long term, and it's loaded with implications. It's about securing rare minerals. It's about rebuilding Ukraine. It's about boxing in Putin. And yes, it's about proving that Donald Trump still knows how to make a deal and maybe end a war. Brothers and sisters, I want you to listen to me. Sometimes the quietest signatures carry the loudest consequences. Keep your eyes on this, because when it comes to rare earth, political capital, and global power, this may be the mother lode of all deals in American history. Now let me break it down. Get your pen ready. I'm going to give you the five uh, points of what makes this deal amazing. Number one, Ukraine holds vast reserves, unlimited nearly, of critical minerals like lithium, titanium, graphite, uranium, essential for electric vehicles, semiconductors, weapon systems, AI infrastructure. And these minerals that I just mentioned are currently dominated by who? China. China dominates that market, leaving the United States in a vulnerable position. By investing in Ukraine's resource sector, the U.S. is diversifying away from Chinese dominance. What do you think builds these cell phones? What do you think powers AI? What do you think China masters it all? But when we join hands with Ukraine, and at the Vatican days ago, finally Zelensky bowed down to Donald Trump, we are moving away from Chinese control, a president that loves this nation enough to allow people to continue to undermine him and underplay him. We're securing vital materials for national defense and the future technology war. This is mineral warfare without firing one shot. Donald Trump, you're brilliant, sir. And that's why Donald Trump had nothing to do with Candace Owens after 2022. He figured her out. He's so brilliant. I've never liked Candace Owens. She's smart, she's intelligent, but I always knew that she was for sale. How did I know it? Because the first sign of disloyalty, and I've got a problem with a person, and I saw those signs in her. And yesterday, she turned against Donald Trump publicly on her podcast over Harvard University. You know why? Can I explain to you why all these podcasters that started off in 2020 on the Trump train and they started turning? Let me tell you why. I'm going to give you the secret right now that no one ever told you. There is a podcaster's report that goes out every morning. It goes out to all podcasters. And it shows those podcasters the word and the subject that is trending all over the nation that day. And that's what all podcasters go and build their show around, is the trending word or the trending story, except for Professor Toto. I pay it no attention. I go straight to the mind of God to seek out the truth of these matters. So what happened was, when Donald Trump was trending number one, that's where everybody ran to. But Donald Trump is not trending anymore. He's not. The passion of that moment has gone. And so guess who's leaving and going with the trend? Now the trend is anti-Israel. That's the trend right now. Go look at your podcaster's report. And anything anti-Israel is the new trend. Maybe now you understand a few things, don't you? Number two, on the brilliancy of this strategy, let's look at this brilliancy. Number two, very, very, very important. Soft power meets economic muscle. The U.S. gets preferential access to Ukraine's resources, but Ukraine keeps the ownership and sovereignty. Nobody's taking over Ukraine. We're going in business together, taking care of business. That's what he's doing, folks. It builds trust with Ukraine and influence in Eastern Europe. America becomes an investor, a partner, not an occupier nor a lender. Number three, peace through leverage. Trump has a long-term vision, and I will reveal it to you right now. Use economic partnership to pressure Putin towards peace. Donald Trump's always been about that dollar. He's a businessman. The closer that Ukraine is tied to American capital and military capability, the more costly a continued war becomes for Russia. Here's Donald Trump's sale pitch. You want peace? We control the Reconstruction funds. Money becomes the carrot, access becomes the stick. Number 4, foundation for a future negotiation. That's what this is, folks. This deal does not give Ukraine NATO level security guarantees. It provides ongoing support, including potential air defense and infrastructure. Now, Trump is pushing Ukraine to cede land as part of the peace deal. That's the only way to work. But the Mineral Pact ensures the U.S. has leverage and an inside seat at the negotiation table, because whoever controls the rebuilding controls the new map. Don't forget that. Number 5, it's a domestic win for Donald Trump. It frames Trump not just as a peace broker, but as a builder of American economic strength worldwide. He can now claim a foreign policy win in the face of criticism that he was too soft on Russia. Plus, this helps the U.S. energy defense and the tech industries here at home. What you just saw, ladies and gentlemen, was America first disguised as Ukraine's freedom. I'll say it again. You just watched America first disguised as Ukraine's freedom. Donald Trump's strategy is to rebuild Ukraine without bullets, but with billions. Creating a Ukraine that is dependent on American partnership, not American charity. It's smart, it's subtle, it's strategic, and even more. Now, I hope you understand the beautiful art of the deal. I'll be right back with tonight's monologue.